How about now? There you go.
Yeah,
That's
there
it.
it is.
That's it
Cool,
right there, right
cool,
there.
cool.
Most on Christ, right?
All right.
Yeah, so we didn't need a sound engineer. That's it. I'm good. It's on my phone. All right. Yeah. Read on.
God which made him and lightly established the rock of his salvation.
And there, man. So meaning, once we got in the land, we lightly esteem God. What does lightly esteem mean? Don't respect, man. You know what I mean? God kicked out nations before us, man. Hittites, Amorites, Canaanites, and like, don't have this in your mind that they were just some nasty Africans with plates and lip. According to the records, they had armor, rank, wars. You know what I mean? They had like they had villages with wars, and with the power of the Lord, we kicked them out, man.
That's right.
And then the Lord saying, a time's gonna come where they're going to forget me. They're gonna forget who gave them this ability to even have this land, to kick out nations greater than themselves, man. Read on.
16. They provoke him to jealousy with strange gods. With abomination provoke they him.
All right. So now we provoke God with strange gods. We provoke God in the mosque, man. What does provoke me meaning? You're agitating someone to anger.
Right.
If someone's provoking you, they're making you want to do something that you don't want to do.
Right.
And that's what we do with the Lord, man. We provoke him when we're in the church. We provoke him when we're in the mosque. Like, God don't want to do it, but
That's right.
you're pissing him off. Like, what's he doing, man? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? These guys, they didn't help you. You didn't hear their voice and live. You know what I mean? But you're over there, man.
Right.
You're in the mosque for Friday on time, man. Like, what you doing?
Cool.
And it's provoking him.
Cool.
You're in the church on Sunday, 9 o'clock sharp, man. With your suit, I ain't like what you doing, man?
Right.
And that provokes God.
Right.
That's getting him angry. It's making him do something that he doesn't really want to do.
Right.
Read on.
To anger, they sacrifice unto devil.
And then, man, we sacrifice unto deceivers, devils, man. Why are they deceivers? Because they're not God.
Right.
You know what I mean? We would follow them and they can't do nothing, man. Baal, a god of the older times, couldn't do nothing. People bowed, sacrificed to him, killed kids, and done all kind of stuff. And that's the devil. He's a deceiver. He cannot do nothing, man.
Right.
He doesn't control the rain. He doesn't control nothing, man. And we sacrifice unto devils,
Right.
things that cannot help us. Read on.
Not to God.
Not to God. You see, that's not God, man. And that's why when people go, we all serve the same God, that's a lie, man.
That's right.
Because it's saying it right here. Yes, they were sacrificing, but not to God.
Right.
Yeah, they thought they were following God, but it's not God, man. And that's the problem. You know what I mean? What this society today does, it makes you think you can find God in so many ways.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got your way, God showed you this.
Right.
And that is nonsense, man.
Right.
God only speaks to people one way through his men. And God only wants you to keep one set of laws, man.
Right.
It's not, you got your way, God took you down this path. No, man. All of it's false. And there is one way to find God. Read on.
To God whom they knew not. To new gods that newly
And came up.
newly.
And there you go, man. We sacrifice to gods that we know not, man.
Right.
Abraham didn't know these gods, man. We just read which verse was it? Verse 12, I believe it was. That mean that he led them, he protected them, and guess what? He was no strange God unto them. And here we are sacrificing to strange gods.
Right.
Our ancestors don't know no strange God. They know Yahweh.
That's right.
And in this day and age, you know what I mean? Our race of people, we are sacrificing to strange gods, man. Gods that have newly come up. Meaning it's new, man. You go.
Referring to Deuteronomy 28, it talks about we'll be in a land of our enemies and serving strange gods.
That's right.
So that goes hand in hand with what.
That's right. That is on point, man. You know what I mean? That's right. And this something we gotta understand. All these religions, they're new, man. Islam is new. Right. Islam started about 650 AD.
Cool.
So 1,000 years and some change, man. That's new.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Christianity as we know it, that's only a few thousand years old.
Right.
Which in the time scale of the earth, that is new. These things are new, man, but the God that we serve was there from the beginning, man.
Right.
That's the difference. So everything else is new, man. Reader.
Whom your father feared not.
And guess what? Abraham wasn't scared of no Allah, man.
Right.
Abraham wasn't scared of no white image of Christ. You know what I mean? Our ancestors feared this nuts. It was nonsense, man. We had the understanding of God, and that's the problem. Horus and Set and all that. You know what I mean? They don't respect that because they knew who the living God was, and it's about time that we know it too, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you don't believe God's with us, look at what we do at camp, man.
That's right.
Remember, we are speaking against an empire,
That's right.
and we live here,
That's right.
and we're fine, man. And look, we go home and
Right.
do what we gotta do.
Right.
If you don't believe God's with us, then what more do you need to see, man?
Right. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, also, they have to get the order from the Most High for our deaths or anything like that.
That's right.
So, that's why I believe, if we can walk around boldly on this earth, we can walk around boldly because we know we're ordered by the Lord. Am I right in saying that, sir?
That's right, man.
That's exactly, yeah.
That's right, man. Because now, you know what I mean? What we say, listen, people ring me. You can't send to England, man. They'll kill you, man. They'll lock you up, man. Yeah, you believe? I get it all the time. So, yeah, cool.
Yeah, because what you just said a while ago, we ordered by God. Remember a part of the scripture that says, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't come in to know this truth.
Right.
Because we would know what to do without him directing us.
That's right.
There you go.
And he chose us to do this work. We didn't choose ourselves to do it.
That's right, yeah.
Right.
And that is in the Bible, John 15. You know what I mean?
Right.
You get it too, man. And so again, I get calls. You can't say that, brother. You're on the street, man. They're gonna see you, man.
Right.
They're gonna see you, man.
Just on my
Right.
Facebook page, all of these things are funny.
yeah, they can see you, man. Brother, they'll lock you up, you know. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And listen, that's fear. We're not scared because
That's right.
why? Because we don't serve no strange God.
That's right.
We know what God can do for us, and He does do it for us.
Right.
And we see it all the time, man.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're scared now, man. You can't say that, man. How about you just keep it in house, man, in school, man? You know what I mean? Don't take it out there. I get all these calls, and obviously I ignore all of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, God.
I don't entertain it for about 3 minutes. After that, if you see what's going, like, have a nice day and just get back to work. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, you know what I mean? People are scared, but guess what? Our ancestors, they were not scared.
That's right.
They knew what God could do for them and did do for them. Reader.
Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful and art forgotten, God.
And there you go. We are unmindful of our God. While we're so occupied with going out there trying to serve everyone else's God, we forget our God, man. We forget what our God can do for us, and we're more occupied in what their God can do. And the sad part about it is their God can't do anything.
That's right.
What you mean? Why we're trying to, if I go in the mosque and rub my head on the floor and you don't want to get that black dot from the carpet on the head. That's what do. So when they go on their hands and knees on the prayer rug, they even rub their head in the prayer rug. That's why someone got that little dark dot there, thinking the rug's holy, man. Like rubbing their head all up in it. You know what I mean? And unmindful of our God, man. Our God ain't no flying carpet, man.
Right.
Well, it can't even fly. But you know what I mean? That's what. But the thing is, that's what they believe now. That rug, in the Persian mythology, they believe that rugs could fly, and that's why they have that prayer rug. Because obviously, okay, with Muhammad, what people like to act like is that with the Arabians, they was isolated and by themselves. That's a lie. They had lots of other races around them, the Persians, Israelites, Christians from the Byzantine Empire. So of course, you know what I mean? He just incorporated all of that. And the rug comes from Persian mythology where they believe that, rugs could fly. Like if you watch Aladdin, that's even it's called Arabian Nights, but it has a lot of the Persian mythology in it, man. From the Saracen Empire, which that's what that's what it was at that time, and that's where the rug is, man.
Cool.
And guess what, man? We forgot our God. We've been so occupied with following them, serving them. We forget what our God can do for us, man.
That's right.
Reader.
God that formed thee And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them.
And then, man, and when the Lord saw what we was doing, he abhorred us. What does abhorred mean? Hate us, man. Hate us to hurt us.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? That's what it means. Meaning the Lord was pissed off, like,
Right.
I'm gonna get these people, man. I can't let this go. I got them in a holy land, and they left me to serve rocks and wood and, you know what I mean, things made of men's hands. You know what? I gotta hurt them, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, you got.
So like I said, if I could, that brings out a heavy point, because it also shows the word of abhor, what it's meaning, because the Lord actually had action behind that hatred that he had for us after, we sinned against him. So he actually punished us with that hatred. There was actually action.
That's right.
Rather than when they say don't abhor Edomite, but it's the actual verb.
That's a heavy point, man. You know what I mean? The truth is, what do people that say that to abhor just means hate? Nah, the Lord done actions.
Right.
When he abhorred us, we died, man.
Right.
We showed you that to abhor is an action. You're not just, I hate Edomites. To abhor is to do a racial hate crime where you beat up a Edomite, man. And when the Lord abhorred us, it was an action.
Right.
We died, man. We was enslaved. Those are actions. It wasn't just an emotional, I hate the Israelites, I don't like them. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was action. So, you know what I mean? What Officer Shamgar brought as heavy, to abhor is obviously an action. Because when the Lord abhorred us, we died, man.
That's right.
So that, you know what I mean? So that clearly is an action. Read on.
Because of the provoking of his son and of his daughters.
And there you go. Why? Because we provoked him. You know what I mean? We are the sons and the daughters of the Most High.
Right.
And we provoked him. We was, you know what I mean, agitating him to do something, which, I mean, goes into that abhorring right there, man. You got something?
No.
Oh, sorry, I'll put your hands up. Any more on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
20.
No, it's looking.
Oh, verse 18. On.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, no sweat. Then, all right. Gonna, I'll read some more. Oh, Hakian, you're up now, so we'll switch spin around. Wait, right there, brother. So come here. So in addition of Madam Shabbat, you say Hakayan,
Hakayan,
Ban Yahawada,
Ban Yehuda,
Ban Yashu'ala.
Ban Yashala.
So get it on.
Hakayan,
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 Ban Yahawada,
Ban Yehuda,
Ban Yahawada, Ban Yashu'ala,
Ban Yashala.
Ban Yashu'ala.
Hakayan, Ban Yehuda, Ban Yashala. Yahweh Hashem Shabbat. Yahweh Hashem Shabbat.
Deuteronomy 32 and 20. Wait, it really means English.
Cool.
Deuteronomy 32 and 20. All right. Waya Amar, Apa, Tharaya, Panya, Maham, Ara'a, Ma, Ak, Vayatham, Kaya, Dara, Thaha, Pakaf, Hamaha, Banyaham, La'ar, Mawa, Bum, verse 21. Ham, Kwana, Wanaya, Bala, Al, Ka'ai, Sawanya, Ba'a, it is Baha, Balayaham, Wa'anaya, Ak, Nayaham, Bala, Ain, Bagawa'ai, Nabal, Aka'ai, Yasam, verse 22, Kaya, Ashar, Kwadak, Ba'apanya, Watha, Ya, Kwada, Ai, Sha'ala, Thaka, Tha, Yatha, Watha, Akahal, Aratza, Wayaba, La'a, Watha, Lahata, Mawa, Sadaya, Hara'ain, verse 23. Asapa, Ayel Layamawa, Ra'ai, Watha, Katazaya, Akal, Bam, Maza, Ra'ai, Wala Ka, Maya, Rashak, Bakwa, Taba, Mara, Yaraya, Washak, Ba'a, Matha, Ashalak, Bak, Aid, Kamath, Zak, Laya, Ipa, verse 25, Mak, Watazar, Thashar, Kala, Ka, Rabah, Wamak, Darat, Wamak, Dayam, Ayama, Gad, Bakar, Wara, Gum, Batha, Wala, Wanak, Ain, Ayash, Shayaba, verse 26, Amar, Raphaya, Apar, Yahum, Ashab, Yathawa, Ma'a, Nawasha, Zakar, Zakaram, Lawa, Laya, Kayasa, Awar, Awayab, Agar, Wara, Pawa, Yanakawa, Ataz, it is Tazar, Yamawa, Pawa, Ya'amara, Ya Danawa, Brahma, La'a, Yahawa, Pa'il, Kal, Ra'atha, verse 28, Kaya, Gawor, that is Gawoya, Abad, Itazar Watha, Hama, Wa'a Yaka, but it is Baham, Thaba, Wana'a. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Deuteronomy 32 and 20.
Kalawan Khan. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be.
So now what's the Lord doing? Because we want to leave him for some strange God, he's saying, okay then, I'm gonna hide my face, man. When you need me, I'm not gonna be there.
Right.
Like the analogy is, imagine someone's looking at you and you don't want to make no eye contact with them.
Correct.
You hide your face, you're like, look, I don't know. You know, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? That's what the Lord done to us, man. We want to go serve all these other gods and do so many other things. And
Right.
God said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna hide my face, man. When you need me, I'm not gonna be there.
Right.
Read on.
Kalawan Khan. For they are a very forward generation.
And that's us, man. And that word, forward, means perverse. Meaning we're perverse, man. You know what I mean? We like to do what's wrong, even though we can do good. We just like the badness, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? It could be so easy, but I just don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And many times in the Bible, like you read it thinking, why? Like, why? Because when someone is perverse, that's how they are.
Right.
They like what they shouldn't be doing.
Right.
They like what, you know, they know it's wrong, but I want to do that though, man. You know what I mean?
As the saying say, it is easier to do bad than to do good.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And, you know, it hurts to say, but that is true, man. To do good, you have to fight, man.
Right.
You have to fight mentally, physically.
That's
To
right.
do bad, it's easy, man. Like, you feel it, like, it's just something you think you should do.
God.
At times, when you do the good, you don't get much attention, but when you do the bad, a lot of people come and applaud you.
There you go, man. And that's the problem.
So
You got something?
if I may.
go ahead.
The scripture talks about born and shaped in iniquity,
That's right.
and that goes with
That's right, man.
What
Yeah,
you saying?
you know what I mean? We was raised in iniquity.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like around us is a sinful lifestyle to where when you don't want to do something wrong, sometimes you may feel strange, like, yeah, but come on, like, really, you know, but yeah, you know, that's just a society we live in, and it's not right, man.
That's right.
Reader.
Karawan Khan. Children in whom is no faith.
And then, man, no faith, man, no works. Your faith is your works, man. People have no works. You know what I mean? As much as we taught the talk, we love Jesus, there's no faith, man.
Khan.
There ain't no works. It all sounds good in church. They sing and dance with Jesus, but that's not faith.
Right.
If that was faith, we would have lots of it, but
That's right.
That's not faith, man. And people have no works. We taught the talk, but never do it, man.
Right.
We can sing about it, dance about it, but to actually do it, that's another story, man.
Right.
To where in, like, you know, 7-day Adventist, Jehovah's Witness, you talk about the laws of God, you can't keep that, man. That means you got no faith, man.
Right. That's right.
You got no works. Why you sing, when it comes to faith time, you can't keep all the laws.
That's
Nah,
right.
man, nah, man. I don't think God, he will want that.
But there's one law they can keep by collecting the tithes.
That's right. You know,
Right.
anything that benefits them,
Yes.
that's what they will keep. Reader.
Karawan Khan. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God.
And then, man, we move God to jealousy. Why? Because we're serving other gods, saying, you know, he made or it made the earth, and not God, man. And that will make God jealous, man. All right, I'll give you this example, and I always use it. You have a wife, you give her everything, and then she takes what you got and spends it with another man. You'll be jealous, like, what?
That's right.
I work for all this, and you're living. You mean that man's driving my car?
Right.
While I'm on the bus, I see him just go past it in my car. You'll be jealous, man.
Right.
You walk past the house and hear laughing, and people say, oh, you'll be like, that's my house. You'll be jealous, man.
That's right.
And likewise, that's how God was with us, man. He gave us a land, he gave us everything, kicked out the enemies, and then we gave it all to Baal. We gave it all to Ashtaroth, which was like ancient gods. That's what you want to call them. You know what I mean? God jealous, like, I did that, and you're giving the praise to someone else. That's normal for anyone to be jealous. Jealousy ain't a bad thing, man.
Right.
It just depends on what the circumstances are. And like I was saying, man, imagine you give your wife everything, man, and then she gives all that to another man. Like, he worked hard, man. His house right here. You're like, no, I did 6 days a week for that house. He was in the pub drinking his life away, man. And now all of a sudden, this person seems to be the guy that has done all this. You would be jealous.
That's right.
And rightfully so.
Right.
And the Lord gets jealous when we serve other gods, man.
Right.
Reader.
Karawan Khan. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities.
With their vanities, with their worthlessness, us serving false idols and all that. You know, back for us serving idols, you know what I mean, as a whole is wrong.
Right.
But all that's vanity, man. It's worthlessness. You mean we have the living God? We know what to do.
That's right.
And we serve him with vanities, man.
Cool.
You know what I mean? We're doing things that are worthless. Like I said, rubbing your head on a rug, man. That's worthlessness, man.
Right.
In the church, singing and dancing. Meanwhile, your life is how when you came in and after you leave.
That's right.
That's vanity, man.
That's right.
Reader.
Karawan Khan. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
And there you go. God says, you know what? Because you're provoking me, I'm going to provoke you, man.
Right.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make the white man rule over you.
Right.
They ain't the people of God.
So,
They're not the people. That's what it's for. I know that goes back a long way right there. That's history right there, man. But now, what's the point? We provoke him, so he's going to provoke us. Now imagine this: we are the people of the Lord, and the benefits that we should get are people that are not his people. They have it, man, and that's the white man.
Right.
The white man gets the gifts that we should get, man.
Right.
We're meant to rule the earth. We're meant to have the fatness of the earth.
That's
which is
right.
in the Bible. And the people that ain't the people of God, they got it. And that's how we are provoked to jealousy.
Right.
While we're in the ghetto suffering and dying, a white man's got some nice house, some nice car, a mortgage, renting out another house. Like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna take the kids on holiday next week. You're like, damn, I can't even get on a plane.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now he's on holiday. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking next year I might take them to Mexico. And you're like, that provokes you to jealousy. Like, what about us, man?
Some of these people work a year and then a few months together and take 1 year holiday.
That's right, man. I've known Edomites said that where they work for like 6 months and have 6 months off.
Cool.
And I can't do that. I take
Right.
6 months off. I gotta rob a bank, you know. I gotta do something. You know? I gotta do something, man. You know what? They have 6 months off and go, I'll probably work next year. Yeah. But anyway, you know, me and the kids, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. And that provokes us to jealousy. Like, why can't we live like that?
Right.
And the thing is, we are meant to live like that.
That's
We
right.
are supposed to live like that. And that's how God provokes us to jealousy.
Right.
Which are people that ain't his, they get the benefits that we should get.
Right.
Reader.
Karawan Khan. And I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
And that's us, man. Provoked to anger. When people, you know, black people so erupt, we're angry, man. This nation is, you mean they don't know what they're doing? A foolish nation, man. And we are provoked to anger like that's just stupid, man. You know what I mean? I have to pay this tax, that tax, do this, do that. And it gets you angry, man.
Right.
As a black man, like, this don't even make sense. Why? Because we're meant to rule the earth.
That's right.
And God's saying, guess what? I'm going to make them rule over you. And it's going to make you angry, man. With their dumb laws, with how things are set out, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Reader.
Karawan Khan. For a fire is kindled in my anger.
And there you go. God's angry, man. And a fire is kindled in his anger. Now, again, man, that just symbolizes anger, meaning God's angry. Inside him is a fire, man. He's irate, man. You know what I mean? He's anything you want to express for rage, that's what God is.
Right.
Because of what we did, man. Reader.
Karawan Khan. For a fire is kindled in my anger and shall burn unto the lowest hell.
Unto the lowest hell, meaning the lowest ditch, man. The lowest grave that you can find, man.
Right.
Hell just means a grave. So meaning the lowest grave that's under earth, that could even burn down that, man.
Right.
If you get that low and burn that down, and it's symbolism, not saying God's literally burning down the ground. Just saying that the anger is God. If he was to unleash it, it could burn the earth, man.
Right. That's right.
Meaning we got him so angry that we don't know what we always do. When people go, do you know me? Do you know who you're messing with?
God.
God's saying, listen, my anger it could burn down this earth, you know.
God.
You lot don't know who you're messing with, man. You don't know who you're pissing off. Like, you mean, look, man, if I unleash my anger, it could burn this earth, man.
Right.
Penetrate it down to the core.
There.
Dust.
Meaning you don't know who you're messing with, man. And that's what we did, man. We provoked the Lord to where Lord, like, you don't know who you're messing with, man.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? You let me do what I really want to do, you're going to know about it.
That's right.
Reader.
Karawan Khan. And shall consume the earth with her increase and set on fire the foundations of the mountains.
Imagine at the foundation of the mountains, a mountain's high, and of course the rock stems from the ground. Man, I could even burn down the foundation of the mountains, man. You know what I mean? You don't piss me off so much. You don't know what you're doing, man.
Yeah, but didn't he give a physical example when he came up on the mountain and the mountain was burned?
Yeah, that was just the top part of the mountain with the
but
10
that
Commandments.
If he wanted, he can make it penetrate.
Oh
all
yeah,
the
definitely. So that's one thing. When you raise your hand, it's in the UPK we say Salaki first. Salaki them jumping around. No, you know, but yeah, you know what I mean? Now already, now remember now, we heard the voice of God, and that burnt just the top part of the mountain.
Right.
Meaning, you know what I mean? He could do more than that. But you know what I mean? Just to burn the top part was letting you know, listen, like, don't mess around. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? But he's saying, listen, the anger I got can burn the foundations of mountains, man. Reader.
Karawan Khan. And, sorry, Salakia. I will heap mischiefs upon them.
And there's Lord saying he's going to heap issues upon us, meaning wickedness upon us, meaning lows, meaning imagine on you, someone's throwing more wickedness, more like take it,
Right.
take it, take it. You know what I mean? That's what Lord's saying, like, I'm going to pull it all on you. You know what I mean? Like, what do people say? I'm going to throw it on you, man. I'm going to pull it on you.
God.
Meaning, I'm going to hit you with left, right, left,
Right,
right. You know what I
right.
mean? I'm going to pull it on you, man. And that's what God's saying. I'm going to pull it on you. You're going to know about me when it's all over.
Right.
Reader.
Karawan Khan. I will spend mine arrows upon them.
And now the Lord sees it like war. I'm gonna put my arrows upon you, man. Now, did the Lord literally put arrows upon us? No, it's just symbolism for war. Like what we done to him, this means war, man.
That's right.
I can't let this pass. Like what you lot are doing to me, it's time for war, man.
Right.
Reader.
Karawan Khan. They shall be burnt with hunger.
And then, man, we're burnt with hunger. Now, again, the burning was symbolism, man. And we should be burnt with hunger. Now, on the earth, we're hungry. And it burns, man, when you got nothing to eat, man.
Right.
You mean, I've watched documentaries in like Mexico, Venezuela, and kids can't eat, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't just put this in the UK and in America. Don't mean we're hungry here too.
Right.
But there's countries where many of us are, and it's bad, man.
Right.
So,
It's that bad that like to fight the hunger pains, they get high. They get high to fight the hunger pain because there's no food. And the Lord said we'll be burnt with hunger, man. When He's done with us, He will burn us with hunger, man. Venezuela, Brazil, you know what I mean? Many places, man. We are burnt with hunger.
right.
Read on.
Kadawan Khan. And devour with burning heat.
And be devoured with burning heat, man. I mean, the anger of the Lord, that's going to be upon us, man. And that's black life, man.
Right.
Right.
Black and Hispanic life. We always suffer the anger of the Lord, man.
Right.
And the funny thing is, as an Israelite, we know it's the Lord too. Deep down, we know God don't like something I'm doing.
Right.
But the thing is, religion doesn't have the information or the wisdom to show us where we're going wrong.
That's right.
A reader.
Kadawan Khan. And with bitter destruction.
And destruction, man. Meaning we're destroyed, man, regardless of what we do. And look at life, man. Black life is we all try to better ourselves. Destruction comes, whether white people burn it down or the Lord breaks it down to where it just never works out.
Right.
The Lord saying, I'm a destroyer, man. Bitter. I mean, it hurts. It's bitter. Like, why did that happen, man? Why me, man? And that's what the Lord said He would do.
Right.
Reader.
Kadawan Khan. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them.
And the Lord is going to send teeth of beasts upon us. And of course, in Ezekiel, the beasts are who? The other nations, man.
That's right.
And the Lord did that, man. Other nations devour us, man. Look at our shops, Indian owned, hair shops, Chinese owned. You know what I mean? Anything that we have, the beast devour us, man.
Right.
There's nothing we can say that is our own, man. Even you know what I mean, the rap, the grime, the reggae, that's all Jewish owned, man. Those record labels are Jewish owned, man.
Khan.
Beasts devour us. Reader.
Kadawan Khan. With the poison of serpents of the dust.
Uh-huh.
The sword without.
So now what does that mean, the sword without? Without means outside. It's the old English way of saying outside. Meaning we're going to die by the sword outside. Read on.
Kadawan Khan. And terror within shall destroy.
And then even when we're inside, meaning what? Inside our house, we are afraid, man. Because we're dying outside, even in the comfort of your own house, you are afraid, man.
Right.
Afraid that someone might rob your house. Afraid, you know what I mean, some racist KKK men might kick down your door. Meaning you're dying outside. What's the next safest place? Inside.
Right.
And you're afraid inside your house, like, I better lock these doors. I better make sure these windows shut because, you know, I'll get everything robbed, man.
Right.
Meaning we're people that will always be afraid. And that's black life, man.
That's right.
Afraid that the police harass you on the outside. And on the inside, someone might rob your house, man.
Khan.
Read on.
Kadawan Khan. Both destroy both the young man and the virgin. The suckling also.
And then, man, meaning this is not just for the adults. This is for everyone. Even young kids. When you watch a lot of those gang documentaries to have, what did it say? I feel afraid, man. I can't leave my area. And it said that this will be upon the young men too, man. But even the young men feel like, I'm just scared, man. I don't know what to do. I get harassed by police. I got gangs after me in my own house. You know what I mean? I don't know if someone's going to come and get me. And on the virgins and on the young girls too, man. That's why, you know, it's not our fault. But that's why so many of us just stay in the area we are in because we are scared.
Right.
You mean while as white people, they're not scared. They'll take their family, live in Scotland one day, go, you know what? Let's start a new life. That's not black life, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Black life, you mean your grandma lived in Handsworth,
Right.
your mom lived in Handsworth,
Right.
you're going to rent a house in Handsworth. And your kids, when they become, you know what I mean, when they become a man, they're gonna rent another house in Handsworth, just on another road
Right.
in Handsworth. Okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. That's the life that we live, man, where we're always afraid, and it happens generational. Read on.
Kadawan Khan. Also,
with the man of grey hairs.
I'm with the man of gray hairs, man. Even our elderly, they're gonna be afraid too, man. And you see, man, they're scared. Like, I can't walk down the street. I don't know if I'm gonna get robbed, killed, man. These kids are bad. Meaning, it's a fear. It's a fear that as a nation we would have, man. And it's not just in the UK, not in America. Wherever we are, it's the same thing. I've watched loads of documentaries in South America, gangs of Mexico, cartels, wherever, and it's the same story. It's like, even though you're not there, you know it, man. You ain't there, but you know it.
Right.
Reader.
Karawan Khan. I said, I would scatter them into the corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men.
And there you go. The remembrance of us shall cease from among men. And how do you know that? When we say we're the Israelites, no one remembers that.
That's right.
People look at you like you mad, like black Jews.
Exactly what I was gonna say. If you mention the Jews, you know, because I went to this Jewish shop to buy, and the man looked like Ishmaelites, and he says a Jew. So when I tell you the Jews are black people, he says, so what about us? So you can't be Jew. This skin color, you can't be Jew. They said, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And it's in the Bible that the Lord, he would destroy us so bad that we would cease from among men.
Right.
Meaning, but say a black Jew among men, that's like unheard of, like black Jews. Like I used to work in a restaurant years ago. I wasn't in the UPK, but you know, I was watching classes. And there's one white guy there, he liked to read books and that. So I go, well, according to the research, I'll come across that like they're black. For a second, he paused like, are you dumb? He goes, no, with the Jews, they're Shemitic. They're not black, you know what I mean? And this is in the Bible that we would cease from among men.
Right.
To where when you say you're the Jew, it's like, please, you know, what's the guy talking about? He's an African, man. He came from West Africa.
Right.
You know what I mean? That people just find it strange, like what you're saying, Mexicans are Israelites. Please, man. You're saying native Indians are Israelites. That our name would cease from among men.
Right.
Reader.
Karawan Khan. Were it not that I feared the wrath of the enemy, lest their adversaries should behave themselves strangely, and lest they should say, our hand is high, and the Lord have not done all this.
And there, man, and guess what? Even though we're being afflicted, we believe that the Lord has not done this. We're still like, nah, you know what I mean? With God, he wouldn't do that to us. But God did do it to us.
That's right.
That's the problem. You know what I mean? We don't know. And that's one thing in our life. We go around thinking, God didn't done that. And God did do that, man.
That's right.
Because of Christianity, what is in our mind? You know, God wouldn't do that. Come on. Yes, God did do that, man.
Right. Karawan Khan. For they are a nation void of counsel.
And that's the thing, man. We don't listen to counsel. Void means empty. We are empty of counsel. Like, no one doesn't counsel and go, I think God ain't with us, you know. I think there's something we're obviously doing wrong. That's why we're in this position we are in.
Right.
We avoid the counsel, but what do? Carry on, man. You know what I mean? When we're sad, we get high. Not knowing that the Lord is against us getting high.
Right.
But when you're void of counsel, when you're sad because the Lord's afflicting you, you get high some more.
Right.
And that is us as a people being void of counsel. Reader.
So like you say, for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's for us as a people now, or the people that are not in the truth. It's a way of life now for them. They as you said, there's no counsel. They don't have no counsel. So now they just think smoking weed is a way of life.
Yeah, like of course now I'm in the truth. When I was in the world, weed, it wasn't even like a drug. I didn't see weed as a drug. I thought heroin, crack, drugs, weed. It ain't about. Now being in the truth, you get taught that everything's a drug.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like with the way of life that we have, that to get high is just a part of life.
Right.
You know what I mean? After work, you get high. You had a bad day, get high, and we are void of counsel.
Right.
Reader.
Karawan Khan. Neither is there any understanding in them.
Reader.
Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this.
And there you go, man. The Lord said, if they was wise, they would have understood this, man. If we was wise, we would have understood what was going on. But when you're not wise, you just get on with it. Like, well, you know,
Right.
it happens. It's life, you know what I mean? Everyone can't have it all, man. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. We don't understand it. Reader.
Karawan Khan, that they would consider their latter end.
And that's the thing, man. You know what I mean? This is something, it says in the Apocrypha as well, that while you sin, you should pay for it, man.
Right.
And that's the thing, we don't consider our latter end. You know what I mean? We had fun now, but what happened? We're coming back suffering for it every time, man.
Right.
Yeah, you had fun when you're doing ball and, you know, doing what you wanted to do, not knowing that one day we're going to come back into earth and pay for it.
That's right.
And no one considered the latter end.
Right.
It was fun then, but we're suffering now, man.
Right.
It was fun then, but in the 1600s, we was getting lynched.
That's right.
The latter end, we are paying for it now, man.
Right.
So that's it right there. Right, gonna say the prayers to close out.
Cool.
If you want, you can end the shoot, but we do the prayers.
All right. Cool. Cool.